Hi students, this video covers exercise 6A in module 6. We're going to be working with Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. So if you don't have that already, you might want to look into your Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. Make sure that you've downloaded that onto your desktop, or if you are at the JC Central Campus, just do a search in the lower left-hand corner, Acrobat Pro DC, or Acrobat Pro should work just fine as well. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is launch Photoshop. Of course, we're working in Acrobat Pro, but Photoshop is one way of getting to that. This is a way to show all those Adobe programs and how they integrate really well with Acrobat. So go ahead and launch Photoshop and go ahead and open. I want you to download that image I provided in JetNet, which is called Selfie PSD, and I want you to open Selfie PSD. There you go. And if you don't already have your layers available, go to Window, Layers, and make sure that they show. And notice that there are just a couple blank layers above the background. Go ahead and go over to the layer options bar up here, click, and then we're going to go to flatten image. We can merge visible, it pretty much does the same thing, but flatten image actually flattens it and makes it pretty much not editable within those other layers. The next thing we're going to do is save the file. We're going to save it as last name underscore capital P S 6A and then PSD. We're going to want to save this as a PDF. So under Format, you're going to want to scroll down to Portable Document Format, that instead of our layered Photoshop file, okay? Or Photoshop document, I guess I should say. Go ahead and just walk the prompts through. You can change this to smallest file size if you find your computer needs it. Memory isn't an issue. If it is not an issue for you at all, then just go ahead and keep it at the high quality print one. Doesn't matter either way. This is strictly an exercise in using a certain program as opposed to memory. So I'm just going to keep it at high quality print. It should not have a problem uploading to JetNet either. Let's go ahead and save PDF. Say yes. All right, so we've got background, and then we have a flattened file saved as a Photoshop PDF. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to launch Adobe Acrobat, and you're going to open up, you're going to do File, Open, and you're going to navigate out to that file, last name PS6A PDF. And then you can hit Command or Control 0 to get it to fit into your document window. Okay. And the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit Tools. And you'll see there are just a ton of icons and a lot of really powerful things you can do with Acrobat. A lot of students now, they might not understand or have the capabilities, and they may need a form filled out, or they need to sign something, especially in college. Some of you are getting things substitute waived, or you have to fill out forms. The forms can be kind of a headache. Well, this is one great program to help you navigate that a little bit easier. It allows you to edit and add text and that kind of thing. And so this is a great software resource for you. Okay, so one of the things I want you to do is go ahead and hit Edit PDF. Now we don't have really anything to edit, and right now Photoshop is just kind of, you can see it's kind of, this is an image. It's sort of drafted up what it sees and what it thinks of this. And of course you could probably move things around and edit it a little bit, but I don't want you to really edit what's there. I want you to be in the editing bar, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to add text. Okay, and you can click anywhere really. I'm just going to click there. You can see a very tiny cursor, the upper left-hand corner. We're going to add text. Go ahead and add the lyrics that you added to your collage a few modules ago. Find new text, estimate about 60 words, and make sure that you go ahead and do that and place that in here. Oops, I had some text earlier and it didn't like me now. So I'm just going to copy my my instructions, paste. There we go. And then after you copy your text into, after you add the lyrics or the text into this document, go ahead and select it all. And then you're going to make it a nice sans serif typeface. Sans serif, some of you may not know what that is. Look them up. They are without serifs. Serifs are decorative endpoints, designerly endpoints to the typography. Make it 22 point in size, and you can see there's not much to this, it's just very basic. That's most likely a sans serif typeface, and they're much more readable than a serif. Think a novel, that type of typeface that you see in a novel. Up here in the menu, that's a usage of sans serif typeface, but something that you might see in a novel, like that kind of typeface. Times New Roman, that is a serif-based typeface. Those are the differences. Okay, so I have now going to highlight all that text, and I want you to make it center aligned. Of course, you might need to move it, so you got to hover over that over here. Kind of use your best judgment. I'm going to click on this one too and just delete it because I accidentally placed something in earlier. Okay, great. So the next thing you want to do is we are going to add an image. So now from here, we're going to click on Add Image. Then I want you to navigate out to an image that you know that you have that might be yours or a stock image. It can be any of the images that we used in previous modules also, and just select and place it in. Now it's really, really large. And I'm going to hover over the upper left-hand side, hold down Shift, and scale. So you hold down Shift, click and drag, and you scale. I want you to fit that right into the little smartphone that is there. Make it look like it's in there. Okay, maybe he's scrolling Instagram or something like that. All right. So we've got an image, we've added text, we've added an image, and now we're going to go ahead and select a portion of the text. So maybe go back to Edit, and I want you to select a portion of the text, and then I want you to click on the link and add Edit Web or Document, and it kind of all of a sudden isn't active anymore. That means you want to drag and highlight an area of this PDF or this text, and then let go, and Create Link will come up. This is great because I can add different links based on an area of my PDF or a portion of my type that I've selected. The link type, you can make it a visible rectangle or an invisible rectangle. I'm going to say invisible. And then you can do outline, invert, none. I'll just say none. And then go to a page or open a file or open a web page. I'll probably do open a web page and then walk yourself into next. And I'm going to go to http://www.jccmi.edu. So that is my URL. Yours can be anything. I'm just doing an example. So if you have lyrics from a song from a previous module or new lyrics that you've chosen to use, then maybe you go to the artist's website or you go to, the Spotify, something that relates to that song or those lyrics that you've chosen. All right, say OK. Then you can see it's sort of created this outline. Go ahead and we are done adding that. You can hit close in the upper right hand side of the page. And interesting enough, you don't really see where that might be, but if you go here, you notice that I have a crosshair, and this turns into a cursor. And if I browse upward, it gives me a hand. And if I hover, it shows me that website I can click. And it's telling me, of course, it always has to have a nice security warning, which we want. You can block that. You can allow it. I'm going to allow it. And then it brings me right to Jackson College's website, which is great. So I want you, once you're done with that, I want you to do a file, save as. And this is going to be a little bit different. We're going to save this to somewhere you remember. And I want you to save it as last name underscore 6a. And then you're going to save it as a PDF. Save. There you go. And go ahead and just submit the last name underscore 6a.pdf to the submission link. And I will see you in the next video.